This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Hey, what's up? It's Mario Lopez. Back to school is an exciting time, but it can also be overwhelming, and kids may feel isolated, a vulnerability that human traffickers can exploit. Human trafficking doesn't always look like what you expect. Everyday moments can become opportunities for someone with bad intentions. Whether you're a parent, teacher, coach, or neighbor, check in, ask questions, stay connected. Blue Campaign is a national awareness initiative that provides resources to help recognize suspected instances of human trafficking. Learn the signs and how to report at dhs.gov/Blue Campaign.
Come on. Why is this taking so long? This thing is ancient.
Still using yesterday's tech? Upgrade to the ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Ultra-light, ultra-powerful, and built for serious productivity. With Intel Core Ultra processors, blazing speed, and AI-powered performance that keeps up with your business, not the other way around.
Whoa, this thing moves.
Stop hitting snooze on new tech. Win the tech search at Lenovo.com. Lenovo. Unlock AI experiences with the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, so you can work, create, and boost productivity all on one device.
Saks Off 5th is your secret to fashion's most wanted deals at up to 70% off. On the hunt for designer steals that'll turn heads and leave a trail of envy? Uncover Gucci, Valentino, Versace, Stuart Weitzman, and more, with new arrivals dropping weekly at prices too good to stay confidential. Luxe layers, statement boots, and tailored essentials from Saks Off 5th will put your wardrobe on the most wanted list. Head to SaksOff5th.com or a Saks Off 5th store near you for a style lineup you won't want to miss.
Gear up for a hilarious night when Dane Cook returns to the Island Event Center. See his legendary style of stand-up comedy live at Treasure Island on Friday, October 24th. Get all the details now at TICasino.com.
He does have a legendary style of comedy. I, on the other hand, my comedic stylings are sort of a combination of Dennis Miller, Jerry Stiller, and Phyllis Diller, though I've tried to update that a little bit because that's a little, back in the day.
Yeah, more back in the day.
Now my comedic stylings are more like a combination of Dave Chappelle, Howie Mandel, and Dave Attell. Is what my comedic style is.
Much better comparison.
10 and B earlier in 534 asked me, how do you do that confidence level on 10 being?
10 being Muhammad Ali, 1 being Terrified Tenna.
On Carson Wentz's performance this weekend. And I said I didn't have a lot of confidence. A guy who's, once he takes the field on Sunday, he will start for his 6th team in 6 seasons. That means you got a lot to be desired. This club did not want him. They could have had him at any time during the offseason, so could have 31 other teams in the National Football League. None of those, nobody wanted him. Nobody, because he'd be on a roster. And now the only reason we signed him was because we saw how bad Sam Howell was. He was more like Thurston Howell than Sam Howell. And we didn't like our other guy that we let go. And I think Wentz can be okay, but I don't have a ton of confidence that he's going to go in there with the maybe he'll surprise me, but I don't think he's going to be the NFC Offensive Player.
Well, I think the question is more really all we care about. The moment is short term as opposed to long term. Short term, I think it has as much to do with getting Christian Darrisaw back, getting Van Ginkel back, getting Harrison Smith back, getting as many bodies back that start as you possibly can. And so I don't look at what Carson Wentz is. I don't think he has a long-time future here. I mean, as soon as McCarthy's healthy, he's going to be back in the lineup.
Right, but do you have confidence that he can...
for Sunday I do. I mean, like I said, though, a lot of it has to do with the supporting cast. I mean, if Darrisaw's in there and Harrison Smith is back and Van Ginkel's back...
he has supporting cast other places, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, but I just think it's not the ideal situation. Of course, it's far from it, but we've seen scenarios like this before with even the likes of a Josh Dobbs come in and win for a week or two. I mean, the schedule's advantageous on paper for the Vikings the next 3 weeks, playing at home against the Bengals.
The Bengals
and they're
are
back
looking at it as...
well, maybe they are.
They're thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
this is advantage. We got the lousy Vikings.
Yeah, that's very well may be the case, but Browning's beaten the Vikings before in an opposing uniform. Then they go play Pittsburgh and Dublin. Then they play the lousy Browns in London. So these 3 games are of utmost importance to the Vikings because they can't afford, once you come back and you get the Eagles, the rest of the schedule, like right in a row, looks like murder's row. So, and by then, hopefully, McCarthy will be back and he's going to have to grow through some more pains as well. But yeah, I mean, it's just, that's what you signed up for. This is what you signed up for. There's no one else available they wanted. They wanted to develop their own quarterback. Carson Wentz right now is the best option they have. I don't know how good he's going to be. He's had moments where he's been really, really good. And then we've had other games and situations where, by all accounts, he's worn on his teammates. He's not been the best teammate, whatever it might be. But, I'm sure he's giddy as could be that he gets
sort of
another
like
chance.
me wearing on my coworkers here at the fan.
Good comparison.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's ideal only because I think the Vikings will play a lot better. They had opportunities even against Atlanta.
What makes you think so?
I don't know if they could play any worse.
Oh, yeah, well, okay.
I think that, and plus if they get those bodies back, they'll definitely be better. And I don't think, Cincinnati doesn't have the running game that Atlanta does. And,
Joe Mixon still with the club? Cincinnati, is Joe Mixon still play for Cincinnati, Tennessee?
No, he's hurt all year, but he's in Houston. He played for Houston last year with their short quarterback.
Right.
But
who does Cincinnati have for?
I don't even know.
Chase Brown.
Yeah,
Rosen, I thought you're a big fantasy football guy. You should know that.
Well, I don't. I only pay attention to my team.
Oh,
yeah. I don't pay attention to the rest of them. I don't know. I mean, the Vikings, what are they, 3-point favorites or something? It's not like it's not like it's the Buffalo Bills tonight. They're not 10, 11-point favorites.
This text message says his scale, on the Muhammad Ali Terrified 10, he said, I would say 7-ish, maybe 6.5. Wentz said he always loved the Vikings and always wanted to play for the Vikings, and now has he a chance under the quarterback whisperer. Well, I'll give you an example. When Tenneby was younger, he really wanted to work with the common man. How'd that work out for him? He's been Carson Wentz.
Very well.
From here, grew up listening to KFAN.
Yeah. That's what he wanted, and his performance on the Grum has been much like Carson Wentz's in football. Now, It's not all Tenneby's fault. I tend to drag people down.
You said it.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
Carson needs an offensive line to block for.
Yeah, and you need you need a host that can actually.
I feel like I'm dealing with that Ingram.
Yeah, you need a host that can actually come prepared, have material to talk about, not eat while he's on the air, not realize that Joe Mixon hasn't played for the Cincinnati Bengals. And how many years has he been gone now? I had no idea. I thought he was still playing. I'm not paying as close attention to Cincinnati Bengals football.
Or any football, except for the line.
The last time I paid attention to the Bengals, Ken Anderson.
Ken Anderson was their quarterback in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
And he played minus 50-degree weather. Remember that game?
Yeah, I do remember that game.
Who did they play in that game?
I don't remember that part.
I think I don't know if it was the AFC Championship game. It was a playoff game. It was Cincinnati at Riverfront. And it was wind chill was 50 below.
I don't know.
I think it was 50 below. I think it was.
Yeah, they always talk about the Ice Bowl. This was colder. Yeah, this was colder.
Then again, that might not have been Ken Anderson. It might have been Boomer Esiason. I have no idea.
No, it was Ken Anderson.
Okay.
Who led him to this? He played in the Super Bowl. I guess the 49ers?
Yeah.
Joe Montana.
So.
I just feel like they're going to have more healthy bodies. And I think the team will flip. I mean, will turn and look like they were supposed to look when they get Jordan Addison back. I mean, I can't diminish the importance of Jordan and how good training camp he was having and his year last year. He's going to add another level of explosiveness to this team, no matter who's at quarterback. And then, hopefully getting him back with the rest of the crew, with the exception of Aaron Jones, these next week in Dublin. Steelers are not a great team. They're certainly winnable games. That's all I'm saying right now. They've got to take advantage. I said they need to be 4-1. That's still right in front of them, and I think that's a real possibility.
If they're 1-4, is it over?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It'll be over if they're 1-4 because they got to face Baltimore and Philadelphia, Detroit.
Let's
Green Bay
unless they get healthy really fast. I don't know if 4-1 is in front of them.
Well, that's just it. They're going to get healthier this Sunday.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah. They should have both Darisaw back and.
You think Darisaw's playing?
I do, based on what KOC's whispering was doing. Basically, I get the. You never know. I mean, again, looked like he was going to be ready to play against the Bears.
Well, that's my point. I don't think he's.
I don't know. I don't know.
They still have a rash of injuries, though, even if you get...
No, I understand.
I get Darisaul's importance, but...
Yeah.
Well, and what I keep hearing about Darisaul is when he feels comfortable both mentally and physically.
No, I understand
and he
that.
hasn't felt comfortable.
No, that could be the case. Yeah, you might be right. I don't know.
We'll break. We'll come back. We got more to get to here on the Common Man program with Common 10 and B and Mark Rosen right here on the Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's Mario Lopez. Back to school is an exciting time, but it can also be overwhelming, and kids may feel isolated, a vulnerability that human traffickers can exploit. Human trafficking doesn't always look like what you expect. Everyday moments can become opportunities for someone with bad intentions. Whether you're a parent, teacher, coach, or neighbor, check in, ask questions, stay connected. Blue Campaign is a national awareness initiative that provides resources to help recognize suspected instances of human trafficking. Learn the signs and how to report at dhs.gov/Blue Campaign.
Come on, why is this taking so long? This thing is ancient.
Still using yesterday's tech? Upgrade to the ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Ultra-light, ultra-powerful, and built for serious productivity with Intel Core Ultra processors, blazing speed, and AI-powered performance that keeps up with your business, not the other way around.
Whoa, this thing moves.
Stop hitting snooze on new tech. Win the tech search at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Unlock AI experiences with the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, so you can work, create, and boost productivity all on one device.
This message comes from Greenlight. Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest with your guardrails in place. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on what your kids are spending with real-time notifications. Join millions of parents and kids building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get started risk-free at greenlight.com/iHeart.
Saks Off 5th is your secret to scoring fashion's most wanted deals at up to 70% off. On the hunt for designer steals that'll turn heads and leave a trail of envy? Uncover Gucci, Valentino, Versace, Stuart Weitzman, and more top designers at prices too good to stay confidential. Dare to get caught up in luxe layers, statement boots, fall denim, and bohemian dresses from Saks Off 5th that'll put your wardrobe on the most wanted list. Men's must-haves are here too, with tailored essentials, cozy sweaters, sneakers, and designer accessories for every fall mission. With new arrivals dropping weekly at Saks Off 5th, the pursuit for the ultimate find is always on. Whether you're looking for a seasonal wardrobe refresh, shopping for a specific occasion, or just want to get inspired, Saks Off 5th is your partner in crime for the big score. Head to SaksOff5th.com or a Saks Off 5th store near you for up to 70% off every day. This is a style lineup you won't want to miss.
Step into the magic. The Minnesota Renaissance Festival runs weekends right now through September 28th. Get your tickets now at renaissancefest.com and enter for your shot to win a pair of tickets on our contest page at KFAN.com. Keyword contest.
Multiple choice question for you, Mark Rosen. Who would you rather see in the backfield for the Cincinnati Bengals? Would it be A, Dave Dixon, B, Joe Mixon, C, Richard Nixon, or D, the Reindeer Vixen?
The Reindeer Vixen.
I think so, too.
Yeah, I mean, he's so quick to
Very
the outside.
Quick. Yep, very much so.
Vixen was underrated.
And then I can hear him on Donner, on Dancer, on Latin, and then Vixen.
That would be a great nickname or a name. Someone, just see a jersey with the name Vixen on it.
Yeah.
Who's there? I'm sorry, Tana. Isn't that the name of our football team, women's football team, the Vixens?
If they still exist, yes.
Yeah.
If they did,
that was the lingerie football team.
Well, while we're on reindeer, I was going to ask Common, who do you think defensive coordinator for the Vikings, Brian Flores, who do you think his favorite reindeer is? Blitzen?
And you thought the power trip was funny.
That was good.
They could never come up with comedy like that.
That's A+ material.
Speaking of women, the Lynx advance.
Yeah.
Furious. You know what? I said this to Tennessee. He asked me what I thought about the game, and my thought was they're now taking after their counterparts in the NBA, where they just go through the motions for 3 quarters and then go, okay, let's go ahead and flip the switch, and they did, and then they came back to win.
I watched most of that game last night from the second half on. Yeah, actually from the second quarter on, and they were down big, and the Valkyries. They're playing, on a kind of it's not a neutral site, but they were playing in San Jose, and their fans were really into the game, and they badly wanted that win. But, it's really refreshing to watch a Minnesota professional team with that level of poise that the Lynx demonstrated last night. They were not at their best. They were playing a Golden State team that was hyped up to try to win a playoff game in their initial season. Take it back to Minnesota for one last game and, roll the dice and see if they can, pull off a miracle kind of. But Minnesota, especially I think if they're watching this Lynx team, you kind of know, okay, when Minnesota teams play teams that are a little better than them, they're going to start bringing their A game in the fourth quarter, whatever it might be. That's the feeling you had last night. Not that they were necessarily going to find a way to win it, but the chances were they were going to come back from that 17-point deficit, and they outscored them 26-11 or something in the fourth quarter. And the poise they showed, the turnovers they forced, been there, done that. That was the feeling you have when you watch a veteran team like the Lynx and Collier, McBride, Carlton, whoever it was, Heidemann. They're good, and Cheryl's got a good handle on this team. So they managed to win that game 75-74. Now they get days off. They wait for their next opponent. It's a Liberty, and who's the Liberty playing?
Phoenix Mercury.
Phoenix, that's right. Okay. And that series will start Sunday. I hope Sunday night.
I get the feeling you think it's a foregone conclusion that the Lynx will win the WNBA championship.
No, it's not a foregone conclusion. No, but I think I think they demonstrate that whatever, they're not necessarily always the most talented team. The Fuchsia Colliers should win MVP, but they just play so well together as a unit. And
they're well coached, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. We watch, as I said, we watch Minnesota teams no matter what your sport is, whatever the sport is, it doesn't matter. And that the other team's going to come rushing, bring it to the ticket, fourth quarter, whatever it might be. Well, we watched the Lynx play, and I was sitting there watching the game, just kind of passively watching it, and I went, well, here we go. Get ready, Golden State. Minnesota's going to make its run, and they did. And they took the lead, and they gave up the lead. And they came back, and Nafisa made a big jump shot, and then they forced a couple turnovers, got rebounds, and all of a sudden the game's over. So, yeah, kudos to them.
Yesterday, there was obviously the front page Variety story was the death of Robert Redford, legendary actor. We talked a bit about it.
We did.
Well, there was another actor, actually an actress, who passed away, and I don't think that story is getting as much attention. Are you familiar with Polly Holiday?
I am not.
She was a Tony Award-nominated screen and stage actor who turned the catchphrase "Kiss My Grits" into a national retort as the gum-chewing, beehive-wearing waitress.
Now I know.
Aboard the long-running CBS sitcom Alice.
Of course I remember her. I didn't know that was her name. Yeah.
She
Alice,
she was 88. She died at her home in New York. She was the last surviving member of the principal cast of Alice.
Yeah.
Linda Lavin, who played the title character, died last year. It ran from 76 to 85. Holiday had turned into such a star that the network gave her her own short-lived spinoff called Flo in 1980. And then she went on, of course, to the progressive commercials as Flo. I'm making that up, as you know. Right. But anyway, but that wasn't getting as much as, and I understandably so, but I think that was another death, a Hollywood death that wasn't getting as much as
that was in the golden era of kind of sitcoms on CBS in particular. I mean, with All in the Family and with Mary Tyler Moore Show and all the rest of them that were on during that time. Obviously throw in, a show like MASH. And that's when those shows existed as opposed to, the Dancing with the Stars, entertainment / shows that are on now, Voice, exactly, the game shows that are on, because those were a little more expensive to produce. They had to pay the actors, X amount of money, even though they probably weren't making big money back then. But they were. That's when people really watched, you watched the Rockford Files. I mean, you still do. Those were the kind of shows that were on during that era. And I'm glad we were around for it.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you.
Yep.
Gopher football team is on a bye, and
Right.
I looked at the Vegas odds. The bye is a 5-point favorite. Hey-o!
That's good stuff.
I think it's been used before. I'm
Probably
sure.
has.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
Yeah, they
matter
come
of
back
fact,
with,
matter of fact, I think Howie Mandel used that one time.
Yeah, come back.
Either Howie Mandel or Dave Attell or
One of those guys.
Dave Chappelle, one of those guys.
Yeah, they got a week off, and hopefully Darius Taylor will get back and they play. You know, again, the Cal game, as disappointing as it was not a conference game, and you have to remind yourself which Pac-12 teams are in the Big 10 or Big 18 anymore. Cal's not one of them, so it was the conference schedule actually starts next week when they host a Rutgers team that they should handle.
What do you know about that Rutgers club?
Absolutely nothing. Nothing. I haven't even looked at them.
Could you do a little scouting report on them?
I will by next week a little bit. Yeah, I'll dig into them a little bit.
I know they're based in New York State, right?
Yeah, their basketball team did pretty well, I think, overall. But yeah, I mean, so yeah,
Their moniker are the Rutgers Red Hens, or what are they?
Red Hawks, Red Hens,
They're the Red Hens.
Crest. I don't know.
And they
were again kind of a late add-on with the Big Ten. They wanted to get that East Coast money.
Or a short point guard. They call them the Little Red Hen.
You just got rolling.
Oh, I'm on a roll.
You're on a roll. I don't want to slow you down.
Well, you know what? I'm very Phyllis.
I'm going to feed you lines today.
Dennis Miller, Jerry Stiller, Phyllis.
Yeah, I think that's an 11 a.m. game next weekend. So that'll be on the 27th at we call it the bank still. I can't remember this. We got too many banks now. We got Grand Casino.
I call it the Vault.
The Vault. We got the bank, and we got the Vault. Okay, and then we got Grand Casino. What are we calling Grand Casino? GCA. I don't know. What are we doing?
Yeah, I'll think about it for a while. It could be the Pit, because they have at casinos they have the Pit where the pit bosses are. So
right. They will have to put their advertising on the slot in the on the rink.
There you go. You can do that as well. So,
Tanner, did you have any air of confidence listening to either Bill Garrett?
Well, we're going to get here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead.
We're going to break.
There's also some non-Kaprizov news at the Wild Day that we haven't even touched on.
Yeah, well, we'll do that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, let's get into that.
Billy Guerin did about a 25-minute news conference, and we played a good chunk of that, at least the one he was talking about, the Kaprizov situation. But he met them with the media today, as did Kirill Kaprizov. So we'll talk about the situation between the Wild and Kaprizov and all of that. Next, final segment of the show, Common Man program here in the Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's Mario Lopez. Back to school is an exciting time, but it can also be overwhelming, and kids may feel isolated, a vulnerability that human traffickers can exploit. Human trafficking doesn't always look like what you expect. Everyday moments can become opportunities for someone with bad intentions. Whether you're a parent, teacher, coach, or neighbor, check in, ask questions, stay connected. Blue Campaign is a national awareness initiative that provides resources to help recognize suspected instances of human trafficking. Learn the signs and how to report at dhs.gov/Blue Campaign.
Come on, why is this taking so long? This thing is ancient.
Still using yesterday's tech? Upgrade to the ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Ultra-light, ultra-powerful, and built for serious productivity with Intel Core Ultra processors, blazing speed, and AI-powered performance that keeps up with your business, not the other way around.
Whoa, this thing moves.
Stop hitting snooze on new tech. Win the tech search at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Unlock AI experiences with the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, so you can work, create, and boost productivity all on one device.
Saks Off 5th is your secret to scoring fashion's most wanted deals at up to 70% off. On the hunt for designer steals that'll turn heads and leave a trail of envy? Uncover Gucci, Valentino, Versace, Stuart Weitzman, and more top designers at prices too good to stay confidential. Dare to get caught up in luxe layers, statement boots, fall denim, and bohemian dresses from Saks Off 5th that'll put your wardrobe on the most wanted list. Men's must-haves are here too, with tailored essentials, cozy sweaters, sneakers, and designer accessories for every fall mission. With new arrivals dropping weekly at Saks Off 5th, the pursuit for the ultimate find is always on. Whether you're looking for a seasonal wardrobe refresh, shopping for a specific occasion, or just want to get inspired, Saks Off 5th is your partner in crime for the big score. Head to SaksOff5th.com or a Saks Off 5th store near you for up to 70% off every day. This is a style lineup you won't want to miss.
This is Jacob Goldstein from What's Your Problem? Business software is expensive, and when you buy software from lots of different companies, it's not only expensive, it gets confusing, slow to use, hard to integrate. Odoo solves that because all Odoo software is connected on a single affordable platform. Save money without missing out on the features you need. Odoo has no hidden costs and no limit on features or data. Odoo has over 60 apps available for any needs your business might have, all at no additional charge. Everything from websites to sales to inventory to accounting, all linked and talking to each other. Check out Odoo at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
Couple 13-14 past. I'm Common. He's tending to be Mark Rosen here as well. I got to admit, I'm a little disappointed in you. When
you normally are.
Well, when I asked you what you knew about Rutgers, you said nothing. And I mean,
no, I don't.
Well,
I haven't read anything about him.
The kid that you were.
Ethan.
The kid that you just kept calling him the Greek kid.
The Greek kid. God left-hander. Yeah, I forgot about it. He was there.
You just loved him.
I didn't love him.
Well, you did. You
did.
were enamored with them when he was here with the Gophers. You thought the kid could be something
I thought they
special.
misused him.
You do?
Yeah, I think.
I think he got a chance to be.
I think he's got a chance to be.
They beat us last year. Did he not beat us last year? Did Rutgers win?
Yeah.
So
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
He still got eligibility.
But you know what? After next Saturday, you won't
forget him. Won't forget his name or his number. I don't know his number. That's right. He's coming to town.
My favorite text message of the day. Whoops. Oh, gosh. Now I just completely signed out. Well, I can tell you what it was. I said, oh, here it is. It's a cheap shot against you.
No.
Yeah, and that's why I like it so much.
Of course you do.
It said, hold on, because it's really good. Well, that's really not that good.
One of our senior writers?
No, it's someone else that basically said, because we said we're going to start talking about Kaprizov, it says, Rosen frantically scans the internet to figure out who Kaprizov is.
That's a good one.
For my sense of humor, it tickles my fancy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. But it did. It tickled
You're amused easily.
I am amused easily.
Yeah, you really are.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
A lot.
I need long-term psychiatric care, and even then there's very little hope.
Yes.
I don't think there's any hope for me, even with long-term psychiatric care. I would even try shock treatments.
Well,
psilocybin mushrooms.
Tell that emailer that we've never seen Kaprizov past the month of April, so we wouldn't know who he is.
Wow.
And next year he'll be playing for somewhere else. So,
Oh, you think he's gone? Is that what your sources are telling you?
I don't. No, my sources aren't telling me anything, but I just.
Well, what did you make of it today? Here's what happened. Here's what happened.
You set it up the way you want to.
Kirill Kaprizov has 1 year left on his contract. He was offered an 8-year, $128 million deal that he turned down. People started to panic a little bit over at Wild headquarters. Leopold and Guerin and everyone else said, everything's fine. It's just the way it is. Guerin today met with the media, said, I just can't say anything. I can't tell you anything. These are private conversations, blah, blah, blah. They talked to Kaprizov. He said he just wants to play hooky. Right. So that's where we stand. What do you think?
I don't know. I was going to ask Teneby how he reading the tea leaves, listening to Guerin speak, and then Kaprizov said all in his own way, said all the right things about I'm a hockey player. I let my agent do the rest of that stuff. Well, of course, that's the easy way to say it. Yeah, and Guerin said I'm not going to let you guys in and everything, nor should he. He still feels confident, but this thing, by all accounts, is going to drag on. It's going to not going to get solved. I mean, they've offered him. Reportedly, the highest paid contract in the NHL. And he said no. Where do you go from there? I mean, I guess you can wiggle the numbers around a little bit, but who's at the biggest risk here?
I don't think it's about the numbers. I don't think he wants to be here.
Well, that's my question. I don't know either. He claims he loves Minnie. He used that word. Does love it here. And I'm sure he does enjoy living here. But that doesn't mean he wants to play the rest of his career here, which he's basically going to be signing up for if he signed that deal. So I don't know how to read into it.
Teneby, how do you read it?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't sound great. I mean, my own, if you're going to push me against the wall, it doesn't sound, I mean, they don't have it done by now.
Yeah,
I guess things could change.
I don't think it's over, but it did not sound good.
Well, I thought Bill Guerin had a different tone today. So that's where I think the alarms need to go off a little bit, right? He, like the entire off season. Nothing to worry about here.
Right.
Everything's great. Everything's going to be fine. And now, and a guy that normally is as forthright and honest as any GM in town, arguably ever, all of a sudden is shutting down the conversation.
Right.
And not wanting to talk about this. And I get like you don't want to talk about numbers and specifics when it comes to that. But he was shutting down every part of the conversation. So that's a little concerning. But as I said with Common the other day, I still ultimately, if Kirill Kaprizov didn't want to be here in Minnesota,
right,
I think that would have been made known to the Wild by now. Because for Kirill, it doesn't make sense for him to just play out this last year of his contract. Because
no, it does not.
He can get offered more now than he'll be able to next summer. Next summer, he's only going to be able to get 7 years. Now he can get 8 years. If he wanted to go somewhere else, he'd be like, here's some teams I want to go play for, get to sign and trade. The fact that he would risk injury and risk a contract that you can't make as much money next year, that part doesn't make sense to me. So it sounds like from the reports we have, and we don't know all the inside information, that they haven't even given an offer back to Minnesota.
That was my next question. What's the end game for the Kaprizov camp right now? What are they asking for?
That's why my thought the other day was he's waiting for other contracts to drop. Right? Because as Bill mentioned, Kaprizov's not the only one here.
No, he's not.
I think he's waiting for a McDavid contract to drop that might wow everybody, and raises. If your highest guy is making X amount, then the next guy is going to be making higher because of where he set the market
at. Is that on the horizon?
McDavid's in the same situation as Kaprizov, where he's got 1 year left on his contract, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for the Oilers to go into the season without a contract for him. So that's what my guess is, but I will say the tone of Guerin today changed. And I guess, that's a little concerning. And maybe a lot of that is because the previous Kaprizov contract offer got out, and I think he thinks that made them look bad. Right. Like they were the ones who leaked it. And now they're concerned about how Kaprizov reacts to that.
You said you had another nugget of information?
Well, just, normally this would be like big wild news, but because we were so focused on Kaprizov and Guerin today, it's just kind of gotten a blip. Matt Zuccarello's hurt. He's not, and it sounds like this is a injury that could be weeks. No. And his start of the season.
What's with these guys?
So they're already probably going to be without Brodin to start. They're already going to be without Zuccarello to start, and let's face it, we've seen over the last couple of years, this team hasn't had the depth to overcome injuries like that. So,
did he get hurt?
We have no idea what the injury is or how he got hurt.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's training or
right.
These guys do like captains practices and stuff leading up to this
constantly.
It's not like they're just touching the ice for the first time.
One bit of possible good news regarding the Kaprizov situation is Russo tweeted a couple of hours ago. He said Kaprizov's agent showed up unannounced at practice, surprised the team, and went with their AGM. So I don't know what it surprised him showed up. That's what it says. So
with a list of teams that'd like to be traded to.
That's what it could be. That's what it could be. Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, can't get out of their own way. It's tough.
Minnesota sports.
Yeah, in a nutshell.
But there's a couple of bright spots. You got your Minnesota Twins. Yeah, they're
laying out the string and have been for quite a while. Yeah. Baseball playoffs will go on, and we'll be waving bye-bye.
Yep.
Waiting for the next big sign.
It's always nice time of year when you go outside and you feel that fall, and
that fall air.
Yeah, it's the fall classic, and then we're not a part of it again. There's no playoffs. No, nothing.
2 years ago was it. I'm glad I enjoyed that. Glad every Twins fan enjoyed that series, that sweep over Toronto. That was it. Now we're back to the drudgery of playing out the string.
Vikings seem to be spiraling out of control.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I was just going to give you some Vikings.
Okay.
I don't know what you're seeing with this Vikings club that gives you even a ray of hope.
The schedule right now, I'm just saying they got to. I'm not.
All right, so they win their next 3 and then lose the rest of them. So they win 5 games, 4 games this year. Great.
Oh, boy. I know what you're going to say.
Alec Lewis tweeted, just left Vikings practice. Ryan Kelly and Justin School weren't out there, both in concussion protocol. Left tackle Christian Darrisaw, who practiced yesterday, wasn't present either. A planned rest day, expected to return as full tomorrow.
Right. But the fact that Kelly or School are not, well, they better get Darrisaw back. And then they got their backup at center. Kelly, as we know, unfortunately has a recent history of concussions, and that's not good because one follows the other, and that makes his recovery even longer and makes it more dramatic to come back from that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's the rest of the guys. Hopefully, will be back. I'm not eternally optimistic about it.
Sounds like you are.
No, and again, it's hard when you're. It was going to be tough enough with JJ learning the ropes, but I still have to believe you have to stick through him and get him the reps. If he's going to be the guy you're going to live and die with.
Well, of course you have to now. Rodgers is playing with Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
he's not
exactly.
there.
He's not coming back, and Rodgers is okay.
And Darnold is slinging it for Seattle, and
we know the rest of the dynamics, and that's the way the Vikings.
Danny Dimes is having all sorts of success with
right
the Colts,
now.
So.
Yeah, right now he is, and I wouldn't mind.
See, now why do you say right now? You say it that way, and almost like you're almost because he's not with us. Well, right now,
no. I mean, if he can continue on, I think the Giants have to look at it and go, why did we let him go?
Who's had a better first two games, Danny Dimes or JJ McCarthy?
Well, why would you even ask that question?
Well, I'm just saying.
No, you ask. That's just like.
Well, when I say Danny Dimes has two, you goes, well, for now, maybe he's turned a corner. He's going to be a great quarterback.
He had playoff success against the Vikings. I like Danny Jones. I wouldn't have been opposed to having kept him. He's not. How old is he? He's not that old.
Fourth year,
he's not an old guy. He's not as old as Carson Wentz.
We didn't need him.
No,
well, we decided.
No,
we're hitching our wagon to your guy from Michigan.
He's 28.
Not bad.
About ready to hit his prime.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
You got their prime right about now.
So what we're saying is you got to wait 5 more years for JJ to kind of hit his prime. Good luck.
Wow.
I'm just saying that's.
Now,
but Jaden Daniels looked pretty damn good in his rookie season last year. Did he not?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So I mean, things can happen, and he can develop, her quicker than
Caleb Williams looked terrible in his rookie year at quarterback, didn't he?
Yes.
So there's two sides to that story.
No,
McCarthy,
that's always
McCarthy
the case.
Right now is trending toward Caleb Williams.
You take 5-6 quarterbacks out of a draft class, you might hit on 2 of them. I mean, for I'm not just talking about for a game or 2 or even a season, but for a career.
I hope he's great. I really do. I hope he comes back quickly and is ready to play some football, and he becomes sees the field better, doesn't overthrow guys, hangs on to the football. I'd love to see it. Have to
do it against the Philadelphia Eagles. That's what you probably do to be back.
It's like I've said 13, 14 different times, and I'll say it again. You draft a quarterback, and he's going to be your guy. You got to give him minimum of 3 years. Minimum, right? So you kind of do. So you have the first year. So let's say his first year is more bad than good, or maybe gets a little better, but you go, it's not so bad. Then maybe next year you kind of, look at the kid for the kid for Jacksonville. What's his name again?
Trevor Lawrence. Yeah.
That they've given him
consensus number 1 pick.
They've given him 5 years.
Ton of money.
And if he doesn't do something this year, they'll probably go another race. So that franchise. That franchise has wasted 5 years. They're fine. Now they got to draft another quarterback and try him. If he doesn't work, that's another 5 years. That's a decade gone by selecting the wrong quarterback.
And then the Vikings will be picking up those quarterbacks that they drop after 5-6 years.
But again, I don't follow Jacksonville football as closely as I used to, like you. But is it just Trevor Lawrence, or is it the supporting cast he has?
The quarterback is still supposed to raise a guy, raise a team up. And my point is if he's not the guy, then that's 5 years of more misery for Viking fans.
It's hard to accept that when you look at what the Packers have done. Even with the success they've had and not as successful as they've wanted to be or thought they could be, they have not had that revolving door. And they got another one right now they're going to have for a franchise quarterback.
They're so in love with Danny Jones in Baltimore. They don't even call him Danny Dimes anymore. They call him Danny Half Dollar. That was a rewrite.
Larry
Mandela guy said they're playing so well they're calling him Danny Quarters, and then I rewrote it on the fly and said Danny half dollar because I think half
I always
dollar
love that one.
just sounds funnier than quarters. And I'm not, that to each his own. Comedy is in the ear of the beholder.
I understand.
He's Danny half dollar. Hey-o! How about, did I see where our soccer team was on the verge of winning a title and we got beat in the semifinals? Wow. I didn't even know they were any good. Did I read that right?
I saw them lose a last minute.
Yeah, and that was the
game.
semifinals
Was it really?
To win whatever league they're in. I don't know what league it is. I'm not paying as close attention to Porta Potty Park as I once did.
I'm not even going to try to pretend that I was following that. I mean, no, I haven't been. I saw the highlights, but I can't answer that. Sorry.
What happened?
I don't know. Their seasons to me, it's one long season. I have a hard time keeping up with, because it seems like they start in March almost, and then they keep going, and here we are.
They play
middle
all
of September, and I don't understand when the season begins.
I don't think they know.
Just have players are coming and going, and they're playing in different leagues, around the world, and they sign here for a short time, and it's hard to keep up with it. And I know there's a lot of people who love it, and I think that's wonderful. My kid grew up, that's all I did was watch soccer matches.
And I don't understand in soccer all the different tournaments they have, because they lost in the U.S. Open Cup semifinals, but then the MLS regular season continues on. So,
well, yeah, that makes
it's not even like an MLS playoff.
No, it's ridiculous. Now I'm hearing they're starting to, because Indianapolis obviously is located in Indiana. Last I checked, they're calling him Indiana Jones. That's what they're calling him.
Okay.
Hey-o!
Brilliant!
You just got on a roll today.
Well, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all. No, give him the fedora and off he goes. Yeah.
Then some people are calling him Danny Susan B. Anthony Jones. Okay.
I would stop at the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a staff writer.
Yeah. Former staff writer.
Well,
Williamson guy.
No, it wasn't Williamson. No.
Okay.
We got a handful. We got.
I know you do.
Senior writers, junior writers.
They're all lined up.
Sophomore
like
writers,
producers.
freshman writers.
Yep.
We've got them all. They're all out there. Contributors. They all like to chime into the Common Man program.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the old guard coming to town starting tonight. The Vikings have their Legends weekend. And
you're hosting an event tonight.
Hosting an event at U.S. Bank Stadium for a life celebration for Jim Marshall. Yeah. And we have three speakers, Autry Beeman, Scott Studwell, and my old buddy Ahmad Rashad, and Susan Marshall. Jim's widow will be there and talking about a lot of stuff. And it should be good tonight for family and friends. And then Saturday night they have a big dinner for all the legends that are coming. They call them legends. They're not, they're former Vikings.
Do you call Ahmad?
No. I do not call him.
I call him Ahmad.
Bud called him Ahmad. Yes, he did.
So I've always called him.
I've seen him, though.
I don't know why, but I've always called him Ahmad Rashad.
Yeah, he'll be in town. He's in town now, I'm sure.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Well, he was a hell of a player for the Purple.
Oh, yeah. He just hated it, and he'll admit it. He hated going over the middle of the field, and I know that's how he got hurt the game in Detroit. I went, that's it. He's done. He was done. He was very good. And he was with Seattle. I think they traded Lurchim before him.
Minnesota United lost the semifinal of an in-season tournament. Minnesota United is in second place in the West, are the most competitive pro male team in Minnesota. Their style is aggressive and exciting, yet you completely ignore them. Following your injury-riddled Vikings, your basement-dwelling Twins.
I don't follow the basement-dwelling Twins, so don't get me
now you've given up on them, huh?
Well, I mean, it's pretty difficult to sit and watch those games. I don't mind watching a few innings here and there, but come on, I don't know. They've turned off pretty much most of the fan base. Pretty simple fact. Yeah, I mean, they acknowledge they don't really care. When Walker Jenkins comes and plays with the team, I'll watch next year.
They'll be selling hope with Walker Jenkins.
Of course,
there's new ownership along. I'm sure they'll spend lots of money this offseason.
Yeah. Whomever those people are. No.
Yeah. There you go.
No, that's...
So your weekend, you're cooking tonight? What are you getting last night? You made?
No, tonight we're at the event.
Oh, that's right.
U.S. Bank. And tomorrow night we're having, then...
going out to dinner Friday, or you're going to...
No, I don't know what we're doing tomorrow night. Saturday night we get the Legends dinner at the Omni out in...
So maybe you'll rattle the pots and pans tomorrow night?
Yeah. Did a good job last night.
What did you have last night?
We had...
Tilapia.
I made chicken. That's
chicken. That's
chicken
right.
breast last night on the grill, and we had vegetables, and it was good.
Good for you. Always good to see you. I'm going to have vegetables tonight myself. I'm eating healthy again.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Next Tuesday, I guess. So text me during the game. I'll be at the bank, and then, of course, during the Lions-Ravens game.
Tennessee, thanks for having me.
Hey, great job.
You as well. We enjoyed our visit. We'll see Mark back on Tuesday. Tennessee. Now, who's on Program Password?
Parker Fox, Taylor Heisey, and Kevin Gorg. No little beat 'em up.
Ooh, that should be fun. That's tomorrow at 1:30. Big Ticket and JGR next.
Listen back to any of Common Man's programs by podcasting on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Mario Lopez. Back to school is an exciting time, but it can also be overwhelming, and kids may feel isolated, a vulnerability that human traffickers can exploit. Human trafficking doesn't always look like what you expect. Everyday moments can become opportunities for someone with bad intentions. Whether you're a parent, teacher, coach, or neighbor, check in, ask questions, stay connected. Blue Campaign is a national awareness initiative that provides resources to help recognize suspected instances of human trafficking. Learn the signs and how to report at dhs.gov/Blue Campaign.
In the heat of battle, your squad relies on you. Don't let them down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Dominate every match with next-level speed, seamless streaming, and performance that won't quit. And push your gameplay beyond limits with Intel Core Ultra processors. That's the power of Lenovo with Intel Inside. Maximize your edge by shopping at Lenovo.com during their back-to-school sale. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. Saks Saw Fifth is your secret to fashion's most wanted deals at up to 70% off. On the hunt for designer steals that'll turn heads and leave a trail of envy? Uncover Gucci, Valentino, Versace, Stuart Weitzman, and more, with new arrivals dropping weekly at prices too good to stay confidential. Luxe layers, statement boots, and tailored essentials from Saks Saw Fifth will put your wardrobe on the most wanted list. Head to SaksSawFifth.com or a Saks Saw Fifth store near you for a style lineup you won't want to miss.
This is Jacob Goldstein from What's Your Problem? Business software is expensive, and when you buy software from lots of different companies, it's not only expensive, it gets confusing, slow to use, hard to integrate. Odoo solves that because all Odoo software is connected on a single affordable platform. Save money without missing out on the features you need. Odoo has no hidden costs and no limit on features or data. Odoo has over 60 apps available for any needs your business might have, all at no additional charge. Everything from websites to sales to inventory to accounting, all linked and talking to each other. Check out Odoo at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.